Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Krystal and I'm here to bring you your TRX for Yoga experience. This is the first of a 5-part series. So the idea is that we're going to spend the first 3 weeks together building our flow. And the flow is comprised of 5 different sections. The last 2 weeks, we're going to layer in some challenges and have some real fun. Now, what I want you to know about your TRX for Yoga practice is that it is active. It's not passive. So get ready to strengthen as much as you're going to lengthen your body. Also, I want you to explore movement in a brand new way. Consider that you have this resistance and tension that's hiding in your body that does not belong to you. And so what we're going to do as we flow, we're going to connect movement with breath. And we're going to hold each pose for about 3 to 5 deep breaths. During that time, you may wobble a little bit, you may fall out of the pose, you come right back into it. Your mind may try to tell you to escape the pose before it's time because it might feel really intense. But what you're doing is you're going to stay. I want to invite you to stay and breathe through to dissolve that resistance, to dissolve that discomfort, leaving you feeling good on the other side. So before we get started, there are a couple things I want you to know about TRX for Yoga that really are going to make the experience powerful for you. The first is the breath. There's a specific style of breathing we do in our TRX for Yoga practice called the Ujjayi breath. The word Ujjayi translates to victory. And the idea is you breathe in and out as deep as you can, creating the sound of the ocean in your breath. And there's a little bit of a drill that we're going to do so that you really understand it and you can apply it as you move and you flow. So humor me and hold your hand out like a compact mirror. The drill that we're going to do is called fog the mirror drill. So I want you to stand nice and tall. And in order to create the sound of the ocean in your breath, this is done through the base of the throat by waking up the whisper muscles. So take your first 2 fingers and place them gently right between your collarbones. And every time you inhale, you should feel a hollowing, the waking up of those muscles. So through your nose, breathe all the way in. Open your mouth and fog the mirror. Did you hear that sound? Do it again. Make the same sound as you breathe in. Through your nose, breathe in. Feel a hollowing between your fingers. Open your mouth and fog the mirror. Good. Now, take that mirror and tilt it underneath your nose, because remember, the Ujjayi breath is done in and out through the nose. Place the fingers between the collarbones to feel the hollowing. Inhale. Through your nose, fog the mirror. Search for the sound. One more time. Inhale. Fog the mirror. Exhale. Now, on the exhale, did you feel the contraction of your core muscles? If not, I want you to do it a few more times and really search for that sensation. Because here's what the Ujjayi breath is going to do. 3 things for you. Number 1, it helps you focus. So your mind doesn't wander. You can move on purpose, explore something brand new. Number 2, the breath is literally building this internal heat in your body. Every time you inhale, your body is lengthening, it's opening and expanding. That's on purpose. Let it happen. And every time you exhale, you're contracting. Core muscles are contracting. You're hugging muscle to bone. So I want you to think of the breath kind of like lighting the fire within you, making your body warm and malleable, like you're bellowing a fire. Inhales are expansive. Exhales are contracting. And the third thing the breath is going to do, even as energizing as the Ujjayi victory breath is, it's sending calming messages to your mind. Your breath is everything in this practice. I'll remind you quite often, don't you worry. The second thing about TRX for Yoga is that we keep tension on the suspension trainer 100% of the time. It might take you a few practices to get it, but I want you to keep that in the back of your mind that you want to tell yourself, use the straps. The more you use your straps, the more you speak to your core, and the more you explore the movement in a brand new way. The third thing is that there's no hanging on the straps. Remember, I told you that TRX Yoga is active, not passive. So we are going to press down, not only to ignite the core, but to lift up out of the joints. It's going to be fun. So let's begin. First thing is that I would like you to make sure that your suspension trainer is fully shortened to its regular short position. Second, we'll find our starting position. You're going to face your anchor point. Place your hands into the foot cradles, thumbs to the outside. Begin to walk backwards. Your hands are at about waist height. Press down into your hands just right here. And I want your big toes to touch, heels in line with your middle toe. If that bothers your low back, bring your feet hips width apart. Now just for a second, access your core. I want you to understand what I'm talking about when I say tension on the straps. Fan your fingers wide and drive your hands down into those foot cradles. Lift your sternum away from the tailbone. Put your attention on your core. Feel the front side and the abdominals, the obliques on the right and the left, and all the muscles that run along your spine and the backside. Feel them light up to lift you, to lengthen you. Now, just for a moment, relax your arms. Kind of feel your whole body collapse. You fall out of the posture. That's why we want to leverage the straps, keep tension 100% of the time. To find your appropriate starting position, we access that through a pose called extended mountain. Spin your fingers up to the ceiling. Pull your hands away from one another. So now you're pulling with the back of your palms. Reach your arms all the way up overhead. Hands face the anchor point. If there's slack in your suspension trainer, I want you to move backwards. There's no leaning. You're standing straight up, but your wrists are stacked over your shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees, and ankles. Remember, keep tension on the straps. So right now you should feel your shoulders fire up, your upper back muscles fire up. Soften behind your knees. Lift your hip bones up towards the belly button. Descend your tailbone to the floor. Nice neutral pelvis. You'll feel your core more. And knit your ribs into your belly. Slowly bring your arms back down to that starting position. Go slow. Rotate your palms in those foot cradles to face the floor and keep that tension 100% of the time. Now let's put together our warm-up. Section 1, the vinyasa. It's comprised of 4 movements. Pose 1, extended mountain. On the inhale, sweep up. You've been here. Pose 2, forward fold. Hinge at your hips and reach your hands towards the anchor point. Look down to the floor. Soften behind your knees. Ground down into your feet. I know they're already on the floor, but I want you to push into your feet on purpose and lift your sitting bones up to the ceiling. Now do the same. Press into your hands and lift your chest to the height of your hips. Lower belly draws into your spine. Pose number 3, halfway lift. Drag your hands in towards your chest and lift your upper body 45 degrees in relation to the floor. I want you to think that there's a tall fence out in front of you and you really want to see up and over that fence. So you're using the suspension trainer to help you pull your chest forward and up, peek over that fence. Feel the stretch in the side body. Draw your shoulder blades together onto your back. Pose 4, forward fold. You've been here before. And this is a major culprit of hanging on the straps. If you look here for a second, you might have the tendency or the desire to just kind of let go and drop your chest down, which could feel really good in the moment, but that's passive and your joints don't like it over time. So stay active by pressing into your hands. Chest lifts to the height of your hips. Elbows are soft and you draw your upper arm bones towards the wall behind you. Lower belly pulls into the spine. Now we're going to do this 4 more times and we're going to move with breath. You remember the inhales are expansive and the exhales are contractive. Watch how they sync up with the poses. Extended mountain, inhale, you expand. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Pull from the bottom, extended mountain, expand, reach up. Forward fold, contract, belly pulls into spine. Halfway lift, pull your chest away from the hips. Forward fold. 2 more, extended mountain, fan out your fingers. Forward fold, push into your hands. Halfway lift, you pull. Fold and push. Last one, extended mountain, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Slowly stand all the way up, push into your hands. Keep your arms low. We're going to move into section 2. Turn to face away from your anchor point. Make sure you're squared to the anchor point behind you. You're going to find your balance on your left foot. Pull your right knee into your chest. Push into your hands. Now, if you feel like you're getting tugged to the right or to the left, move in the direction you're getting tugged, and that will help you understand you won't get tugged anymore once you're square. TRX Airplane. Push into your hands, draw your shoulder blades together and hinge. Extend your upper leg and 2 arms to the wall behind you. Gaze down to the floor. You may wobble a little bit, that's okay. Press into your hands like you're going to lift your whole body off the ground. Stay active. Take your upper baby toe and spin it to face the floor. Square your hips to the ground. Now push your upper heel to the wall behind you. Really push. Use all the leg muscles. At the same time, slide your hip bones towards the belly button. Lift your whole body higher. Press into your hands. Breathe in. Crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up overhead. Draw your right knee into your chest. Lift up onto the ball of your standing foot. Now let's get a little bit of a core challenge here. I want you to push into your hands and slowly roll forward. Maintain an active plank. Line your biceps up as close to your ears as you can get them. Extend your right leg long out in front of you. It's a big step. Plant your right foot to the floor. Soften your back knee. You want your hands stacked over your shoulders. Bend into that front knee to 90 degrees. Use the straps, push your hands forward and move your shoulders back over your hips. Now unlock your back knee and slide your hip bones up towards the belly button. Get that nice deep stretch. Push into your hands, breathe in. Sink into your legs, breathe out. 2 more, reach your hands forward and up, inhale. Sink into your legs, exhale. Shoulders draw away from ears. Reach your hands up, breathe in. Revolving crescent lunge. Drop your right arm by your side. Look over your right shoulder. Press into both hands. Push your hands away from each other. Keep that front knee bent to 90 degrees. As you use the hand, your right hand in the suspension trainer to lift your hip bones up towards the belly button. Deepen the stretch in the left hip flexor. Now lean into your upper hand a little more. You go. Take 1 more deep breath in. Twist, you contract and breathe out. Warrior 2, both arms up overhead. Put the foot cradles into your left hand. Both arms stay up. Now keep the tension in the straps. Tee open your arms and drop your back heel towards the middle of your body. So if there's a big clock around your waist, your front foot is facing 12 on a clock, and the toes of your back foot are facing anywhere between 9 and 11. Squeeze your back leg towards straight. Front knee bends to 90 degrees, and you're pressing into both feet equally. I want you to use the suspension trainer to help you do that. Lean into your backhand a little bit. Press down into your backhand to lift your sternum away from the tailbone. Hip bones slide up to belly button. Engage the lower abdomen area. Reverse your warrior. Flip your right palm to the ceiling. No dumping into that low back. That's what the straps are for. Push into your front foot and reach your right arm straight up. Now, as you start to reach your right arm up and back, press into your back hand and lift up out of that low back. For 5, every exhale, sink into those legs a little more. 4, keep breathing that ujjayi breath in and out. 3, go ahead, expose new tension, dissolve it. 2, warrior 2. Crescent lunge, pick your back heel up, both arms up overhead. 1 hand per foot cradle. Press into your hands, step back to your starting position. We're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. Find your balance on your right foot. Draw your left knee into your chest. Soften through your standing knee. Push into your hands. Stand nice and tall. TRX Airplane. Sweep your upper leg and 2 hands to the wall behind you. Ujjayi breath. Upper baby toe spins to face the floor. You want to close your hips to face the ground. Now you have 1 foot on the floor, 2 hands in the straps. Press down, lift your whole body higher. Like you're going to lift yourself right up off the floor. That's how active you want to be. And now breathe through that. Push the crown of your head away from the shoulders. Take 1 more deep breath in. Crescent lunge, arms up overhead, draw your left knee into your chest. Lift up onto the ball of your standing foot. As you push your hands into the suspension trainer, your shoulder blades hug together behind you and you're breathing deeper and louder. Slowly begin to roll forward, biceps to ears. Lift your left knee higher into the chest. Extend your left leg long and step it out in front of you as far as you can go. Hands over shoulders. Now, your feet are not glued to the floor. Don't be afraid to move around a little bit. Find your position. How do you know? Your wrists are stacked over your shoulders, shoulders over hips. Front knee can bend to 90 degrees, but your front knee does not go over your toes. There's a bend in your back knee, just a little one, so that you have access to your pelvis. Slide your hip bones up towards the belly button, drop the tailbone to the floor. Push into your hands, move your shoulders back over your hips. Expand on the inhale, reach your hands high. Contract on the exhale, sink into those legs. Stay low in your legs, reach your arms up, breathe in. Revolving crescent lunge, drop your left arm by your side. Look over your left shoulder and twist. Press into that back hand, slide your hip bones up towards the belly button. Now lean into that upper hand a little more. You want to push your hands away from one another. Take a deep breath in. Twist, breathe out. One more, fill up. Twist and empty. Come back to center, warrior two. Place the foot cradles into your right hand. Both arms reach up, inhale. Tee open your arms and drop your back heel towards the middle of your body. Gaze over your left middle finger. That imaginary clock is around your waist again. Your front foot is facing 12 on a clock, so your left knee is in line with your left middle toe. Your back foot is facing anywhere between 3 and 1. Doesn't matter if it's AM or PM, right? Lean into your back hand, stack your shoulders over your hips. Push down into your back hand, reach the crown of your head away from your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, press into your feet and sink low. One more, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, sink low into your legs. Reverse your warrior, left palm flips. Reach your left arm up. Press into that back hand to lift you out of that low back as you reach up and back. Keep pushing that left knee forward over the ankle. For 5, fan out your fingers and toes. 4, draw your shoulders away from your ears. 3, sink into your legs a little deeper. 2, take a deep breath in. Warrior 2. Crescent lunge. Lift your back heel up off the ground. One hand overhead. Both hands overhead, one hand per foot cradle. Step back to your starting position. Turn to face your anchor point. We're going to do a vinyasa and clear it away. Extended mountain, breathe in. If there's slack, you move back. Forward fold, push into those hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Slowly stand all the way up. Walk underneath your anchor point, our third and final sequence today, the cool down sequence. You're going to press into your cam buckles or brace the D-rings and pull both sides at the same time until the handles hover right below the kneecap, coming to mid-calf length. Handles right below the kneecap. Foot cradles are what matches mid-calf. Take a seat facing your anchor point. Extend your legs long out in front of you so that your toes are directly underneath the anchor point and the foot cradles are hovering right over your feet. You're going to place your pointer finger and middle finger in each foot cradle. And we're going to hook our heels through. Keep tension in the straps. Lean to your right hip just a little bit. Draw your left knee into your chest. Point your ankle and slide your foot all the way through the foot cradle. Hook your heel through and extend your left leg long. Place your left hand on the ground for support. Repeat on the other side. Right knee into chest. Point your right ankle. Slide the foot through and extend both legs long out in front of you. Sit nice and tall. Soften your knees to do so. I want you to flex your feet. Stay active. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Breathe in. Hinge from your hips and fold. Reach for the yellow TRX tabs. Push your heels forward towards the wall in front of you and slide your hip bones back. I want you to give yourself permission to bend your knees as much as necessary today for you to access a flat back. Shoulder blades together, lower belly in to create that flat back. One more breath in. Fold a little deeper, breathe out, contract and squeeze. Seated spinal twist. Let go with your hands, reach your arms straight up overhead, breathe in. Bring your right hand by your side to the floor, bend your right knee, bring your left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Your feet are floating, so press your knee into your arm. Lift your chest up, inhale. Look over your right shoulder and twist as you exhale. Belly draws in as you twist. 2 more, fill your lungs, expand. Exhale, twist and rinse. Push the crown of your head to the ceiling, breathe in. Twist and breathe out. Come back to center, legs straight, arms up overhead. Switch sides, left hand to the ground, bend your left knee, bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Push your knee into your arm. Lift your chest as you inhale. Look over your left shoulder and twist. Fill and expand. Twist and empty. 1 more, breathe all the way in. Breathe all the way out, twist, rinse. Come back to center. Legs straight, arms to the sky. Squeeze the muscles in your legs and squeeze the muscles in your arms. I want you to light up your whole body. Lengthen your hands to the ceiling, and now 1 vertebrae at a time, slowly roll all the way down to the ground, nice and slow. Keep pressing your heels to the wall in front of you. Push, push, keep tension in the straps. Last final effort. Reach your arms to the floor behind you. Press down into your feet. Lift your hips up off the ground. From your fingertips to your toe tips, stretch your whole body. Squeeze every muscle. Take 1 more deep breath in. Hips to the ground. Arms float by your sides, palms face up. Close your eyes. Savasana, final resting pose. Through your nose, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth inside out. Let your feet fall away from one another. And give yourself these moments of deep rest. I'll bring you out in just a few moments. And the idea of an elevated Shavasana is to enhance the sense of relaxation, make you feel like you're floating. If you feel anything different, you're always welcome to bring your feet to the floor. It also helps improve circulation. Give yourself this time to rest. Through your nose, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Begin to sway your feet side to side. Not a lot of control, just something that feels good. Begin to wake up that body. Bring your legs back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. With your fingertips, slide the foot cradles off of your feet. Hug your knees in towards your body. Give yourself a good hug. And slowly roll over onto your right hand side. Bring your right ear to your right arm. And pause here a moment. Keep your eyes closed and just recognize how you feel after all of your hard work. Give yourself the credit you deserve. Let it bring a smile to your face. And slowly come to a comfortable sitting position. And sit nice and tall, cross-legged. Hands to your knees. Through your nose, take one more deep breath in. Seal your practice with one last sigh out. Great work. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please hydrate and support all of your efforts in feeling well. You may have woken up some new muscles and doing some movements that you're not accustomed to. And so next week, we're going to layer on section number 2. All right, today we did the warm up, the cool down in section 1. Next week, we're going to do section 2. And on the third week, we'll add in the third and final section, giving us our 5 total sections, including the warm up and the cool down. So before next week, I want to invite you to practice one more time. Really let yourself embody this sequence and let it ingrain in your body so that next week you'll be ready to layer on something brand new. Ease back into your day, and I hope that you feel good until next time. Thank you so much.